When the time came and God wanted to give the children of Israel the promised land, right? God told them, go and take the land. Instead of them to become excited and go and take what God has given them, they became afraid. They became nervous. They became anxious. And they began to say, the people there are giants. They have walls big to the sky. And they see us like ants. And because of that, God sent them back into the wilderness. Because their fear proved that they were unprepared to receive what God gave them. The difference between feeling afraid before an event and feeling excited before that event is preparation. When you are about to go and write an exam and you did not open your book, your textbook and your notebook to read all the times that you were reminded to do so, before that exam, that is when you will start breathing heavily. You will stay up all night and be sweating, and you'll be praying that they cancel the exam. You will be afraid. But if you read properly for that exam since the beginning of the term, you were understanding the words, you were learning from the teachers, you were hanging out with teachers, you were reading very well, you took your life serious, then before that exam, you will be excited to write it. This was my story in school. I was always that guy that was many times afraid, not because I was not intelligent, but because I didn't know how to read. Story for another day. But that is just what I want to tell you, man. The process God takes you through, it is to make you prepared for what He wants to give you. Because it's not what you get that makes you valuable. It's who you become. No matter how much you cry to God, God will answer you when it is time, not when you cry. He will answer you when it is time. When I give birth to my son, right? And as a baby, small boy, he asked me for a car. No matter how much he cries, I will not give him. Because I know that if I give him that car, I will have to go and pick where I want to bury him because he's going to die. To him, he thinks he needs that car. To him, he thinks he's the most prepared to receive that car. But because I'm much more wiser than him, I know that he doesn't deserve it and he cannot handle it. The same way, when you are asking God for something, the mistake you are making is that you are not trusting God's wisdom. To you, you think it is time. To you, you think you are the most prepared to receive that thing you're asking God for. To you, you think that you are matured. But just like how I can see what that boy is not seeing because that boy is ignorant, that is the same way God can see what you are not seeing. That is why a major part of following God is trusting God. Don't allow anybody deceive you. Name you claim, blab you grab, if you give money, God must do all those things, making it seem as if God is a vending machine. God is sovereign. He's sentient. The idea of God Spinoza is crap. God has a mind. He thinks. And he knows what he's doing. Therefore, you must trust God. You must trust him. He is leading you to where he wants you to be. And though that can mean financial blessings, if you are working hard on a certain business that God has promised you that will bless you. Yes, that can be that. But the number one blessing God can give you is the kingdom of God. Therefore, my prayer for you is that one day I will look at your face in a city made of gold.